I'm going to teach you how to do a headstand, Sirsasana. And so I'm going to first show you how it's done from the ultimate stage, and then we're going to break it down to how to prepare for it, what to think about, some tricks of the trade. And so we're going to go step by step. So first I want to show you how what we're aiming for. So I place my head in the floor, I walk my feet, and then from here I lift up to get in to my headstand, like that. And then when I'm done, I come down and come into child pose. So that's the headstand, Sirsasana. So now I'm going to show you how to prepare for the headstand, a few things to think about before you get into it. So first of all, the arms. So you're going to have your elbows in the floor and you're going to grab the side of them. So this is about the distance that you want to have between the elbows. So you see shoulder is here, elbow is here. And then from there, without moving the elbows, I'm going to open my hands and I'm going to clasp the hands together. Now there is a little trick here. You want to place your little finger inside the hand so that you're not here, but here. So you don't squeeze the finger. And then you can choose what you want, whether you want to keep the palms open or you want to keep them closed. It's a matter of choice. And then I'm going to place my head, and not center of the head. I like to put my little bit more towards the front. So then I'm here. So this is my tripod. So this is how we start off. My tripod, and I'm placing my head. Now I'm going to start lifting my hips up. So I'm lifting the hips up, reaching my tailbone really high, and pushing the arms into the floor. So I distribute the weight between the elbows and the hands, and pushing strongly into the floor. I don't collapse here, but lifting my shoulders towards my hips. And then from here, I start walking my toes in as much as I can so that my hips are straight up. So I'm not starting from here because then gravity is not going to allow me to come up. So I walk my toes in and lifting my tailbone as high as I can. And when I'm barely touching the floor, that's when I start to lift up. So I have my tripod, I'm walking my toes towards me, getting my spine up, lifting my tailbone, and now I'm going to lift one of my legs up. So I would really recommend that first starting with the knees bent. So here, feeling it out, keep lifting the tailbone, and then starting to lift the other foot. Here it can become a little bit scary for some people, but trusting your tripod and just playing with the toe off the floor. And then when you feel that you're secure enough, engaging the core is also really important. Engage your core, and then from here, you start lifting into bent knees. And again, I start to reach my tailbone up and putting myself into position with my back. And I would say just hanging out here to begin with, if you're still feeling insecure with your headstand. So when you can stay here and being comfortable, then we can start to work towards lengthening the legs. Here, tripod. Knees are in. I'm keeping them fairly close to my chest, lengthening the spine, straightening myself up, and really making sure that you feel the distribution in your tripod, so between the elbow and the hands. And then from here, you can now slowly bring one leg up. And then you can slowly follow with the other leg. Keeping the belly tucked in. Try not to swing in your back. Try to keep the ribs engaged towards the hips. So you pull your belly in, pull the ribs in, squeeze your bum, squeeze the legs, reaching with the toes towards the ceiling. So here we are in a headstand. And then as you come down, slowly, again, folding in, bringing the knees, and curling the back, and landing into child pose. Staying here, keeping your hands where they are, resting, taking a few breaths, and then. Now, what is really important in the headstand is, like I said before, your tripod, the shoulders pushing away from the floor, your belly is engaged, trying not to float out with the ribs, but you tuck this part in so that your back is straight. And then once we're up there, we're going to go into a little bit more advanced. We're going to fold our legs so that they're hovering about 90 degrees above the floor. And then coming back up again, and then finally lowering down. Now, in the headstand, you would typically stay, let's say, between 15 and 20 breaths. If you want, you can stay longer. And then as you're folding down, we stay for about 10 breaths, and then we come back up again. So I'm going to show you how that's done. Okay. So, coming in, pushing away from the floor, bending the knees, bringing the spine up, tucking my belly in, and then bringing one leg, other leg, and then here, let's say I've done 15 breaths, and then I'm slowly hinging from the hips. I'm going to bend from the hips. So we really pull the belly in and start folding the legs into 90 degrees. Point the toes, engage active legs. So there you stay for 10 breaths. Maybe you can see your toes, then you know you're low enough. And staying there, 10 breaths, and then slowly bringing the legs back up again. And nice active legs, and then slowly coming down to the floor, curling in to child pose. And that's your Sirsasana. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed some of these teachings. And I just want to let you know that in August, we are going to hold a teacher training here in Ubuntu. So if you already practice yoga for some time and you feel like you're ready to join a yoga teacher training program, we're going to start off 4th of August, and we're going to share our wisdom that we have gathered through the years between Damien and I, so that we can prepare you to become a teacher. And we're going to give away quite a few tools that I think are a little bit different from other teacher trainings. We like to be original. So if you're interested, let us know. You can contact us via email. And, you can write to yogaanimal@gmail.com. or if you want to write us on namaste at ubuntubali.com. So you can come with questions or anything that is not clear to you. And we hope to see you here in August.